It's rural Ireland, County Monaghan, near the end of the 1800s. The land is green but heavy with history, fields carved by stone walls, cottages with thatched roofs crouched low against the wind, and the air is thick with the knowledge that so many are leaving. Everyone knows someone who's gone. America isn't just a place now in the eyes of the country. It's a pull, a promise of a better life. But for Tomás, a fiddle player with a crooked smile and hopes rooted deep in Monaghan soil, and the shock was that Mary Jane would be one of them. This is their story, a farewell, a song, a quiet kind of heartbreak that still lingers. I want to share the story behind a beautiful and bittersweet song written in County Monaghan. It's a farewell to a young woman named Mary Jane Corrie from Coollartra who was leaving Ireland for America. Her name lives on through a poem set to music by a man named Niall Doran of Doohamlet. But there's real magic in the people and the place behind it. The farewell night, the local community. Keep in mind, these are real people and the story is real too. It's not told at the high level a political song might tell it, but this one really zooms in to seeing a type of struggle, saying goodbye to loved ones, possibly for good. At the time, Ireland was a different world. The famine had passed, but had left wounds still not fully healed. Life in rural Monaghan meant small towns, close families, dances at the crossroads, and stories and songs carried by word of mouth. Most people lived in two-room cottages, worked the land and gathered in the evenings for company, crack and music. Many young people, especially women, left Ireland during this time, drawn by the promise of America, often never to return. Leaving wasn't just a journey, it was a kind of death. People knew they'd likely never see each other again. Niall Doran was one of those rare characters you find once in a generation. According to records I found online, he was known in the parish as the poet for Doohamlet. He'd write songs about local goings-ons and stuff like that, so sometimes about young lads and lasses in love, and sometimes as a jab at someone who crossed them. He was apparently a powerful man in physique, and by all accounts, the terror of the countryside. No one dared challenge him, no matter how sharp his verses. He sang his songs at the old-fashioned Flax dances, putting music to stories pulled straight from village life. Now, a flax dance, for those of you who mightn't be familiar, in old Ireland, a flax dance, or lint-pulling dance, was a celebratory tradition held in barns after the arduous task of flax harvesting. It served as a reward for the long, hard work involved in extracting flax fibre. The dance often occurred on a wooden barn floor, which provided a percussive surface for the dancers' boots. Now, to the story of Mary Jane. It isn't just one of farewell by itself. That's where we meet Tomás Kelleher. He was a lad from just outside Ballybay, known for his red hair, quick grin, and a way with a fiddle that melted more than a few hearts. He'd been sweeting Mary Jane for a few months, claiming he'd never met a girl who carried herself so proud and graceful. Her cousin over in New York had sent money for her passage, and she wasn't just about to let life in Coollartra hold her back. Still, that didn't make it easier for poor Tomás. Niall Doran caught wind of this, but how he came to write it is unknown. On June the 2nd, the village held a farewell gathering. When Mary Jane arrived, it was like a fair. People from all over had come to see her off. Music, laughter, dancing. 2 full sets were danced, led by Mickey McGinn and Paddy Kelly. Bottles were passed, toasts made. Tomás stood to the side most of the night, not knowing what to say. As the party faded and the carts rolled away, Niall stepped into the quiet. He'd seen it all. He wrote about the whole feeling, the hope, the heartbreak, and the hush that follows after people go. His poem set to music was simple but aching. It captured the beauty of the evening, the gathering of friends, the young men and women dancing with each other, and most of all, the pain of the parting of sweet Mary Jane. At 4 a.m, each lad and his lass were over well treated with bottle and glass. So now, boys, make tries and say when again, but the worst was the parting of sweet Mary Jane. What makes the song so powerful is its quiet ending. Niall didn't write about grand declarations or letters from across the ocean, he ended with stillness. So now to conclude and draw to a close, my blessing be with her wherever she goes. I'll be watching the postman in sunshine and rain to bring back the tidings of Miss Mary Jane. There's a quiet weight in that. He knew, as many did, that letters might not come. That silence might stretch for years. The typical human fear in there as well of the unknown, Fear what the future might bring or might not bring, it holds strong. We don't know what happened to Mary Jane or to Tomás. We know Niall himself died 1936 at the grand old age of 82. We know he left behind verses like this that captures what it felt like to be young and uncertain, holding on to love and letting it go. I wonder myself now, have you ever had to say a goodbye that left something unsaid? Waited for a message that never came? Or maybe been the one who left, looking back on people you once thought you'd never forget? That's the beauty of these old songs. You know, they're rooted in place and time, but they echo in all of us in one way or another. Mary Jane's farewell might have been written over 100 years ago, but the feeling behind it, that ache of parting, of letting go and holding on, is as fresh now as it was then. Thanks for watching the story behind the song. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and hit that subscribe button. I'd also love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Have you a Mary Jane or Tomás in your past? Maybe someone you wish you'd said more to before they left? Also, I want to say thanks to everyone who subscribed over the last week. It's been absolutely amazing to see all the comments from everyone. Also, thanks for all the suggestions on the next few songs that I should do as well. The list is surely growing, and I'm going to be very busy over the next few months. I want to also give a shout out to my dad for working on the visuals for this particular song and for finding it as well. If it wasn't for him as well, I wouldn't be here doing these videos. He gave me the first kick a good few months ago by buying me this microphone. There's one final thing I want to end on in this episode for anyone watching till the end. As we know, Ireland's music tradition spans centuries, and so many songs were passed between people by word of mouth. This song was one my father found on Duchas.ie while browsing for some of his stories. He creates illustrated books based on old stories from all around the country. So if you have any of these songs written down, these old and forgotten songs, and would like to work on a video with me to bring the story to life, reach out to me and, you know, we'll get working on it. It should be good fun. As thousands have done before me, I would like to continue Ireland's old tradition of passing on songs, but with the YouTube spin on it. So anyway, that's it for me. Thanks again. Slán go fóill. Cheers.